Welcome to our Mindanao Dream. We're going to talk today about zero billing from your power company. So 16 total months at a electric bill.
So how important it is to have solar in our house and the net metering system. Not a lot of people know about it.
Yeah, the net metering system is, for one, you have to have a special meter that will be able to read that, which costed, what, 30,000? Net metering is when you're using solar and you consume so much power to run your home, but your panels supply more power than you use. So after your batteries have been fully charged at 100%, then the difference of what you use and what the panels make is called net metering, and it goes back to your supplier. So you could be using, at the end of one day, you had like 40 some odd kilowatts that you did not use, and then that goes back to, and it adds up over 31 days. It changes every day depending on the weather. So sometimes you can be up to 40 some odd, sometimes you're only down to 17, 18, if you got if it's raining or overcast.
So whatever power we pass on to Sorsico, the city power, we get credit for that.
Right.
But whatever that is, whatever amount that is, it roll over to the next month, right?
Right. Yeah, whatever you don't use. So till it comes to December. The bad part of it, and now I don't know if it would be in whatever area you're in, but with Sorsico, at the end of the year, at the end of 2024, we had like 28,000 plus pesos of credit. Did they send us a check for 28,000? No.
It's part of the contract between us and the Sorsico. When we have that much credit, because we pass it on so much power to them, and then at the end of the year, it goes back to zero. So that's part of our contract with them. It doesn't convert into pesos, but still, having a solar installed in your house and with having a net metering system, we are zero now with our billing. It's been 16 months, so it's kind of nice.
Another positive about having the net metering and the zero billing, it helps increase your ROI. Before, when we just had the solar, we were still having a bill of like maybe 2,000 pesos. The ROI was going to be like 7 or 8 years, which it is what it is, depending on how much you paid for your system. But now with the zero billing, the ROI has decreased by quite a bit. I don't know exactly how much, since it's only been 16 months, but at the end of this year, I'll probably calculate it and see what the ROI is on it, and we'll do an updated video. But I'm sure right now, probably from going from 7 years, it may down to be closer to 4 years. And with the fact that we've already been in the system for 2 years, that means maybe in 2 to 3 years, our solar will be paid for. Or yeah, it's paid for.
It's paid for.
But
just
it'll
that,
be, the investment will be paid for.
Yeah, but it is worth it to have a solar installed in your house, because with having a brownout here in the Philippines so often, like almost every night here, we don't feel that we have a brownout, because the neighbors did feel that almost every night they have a brownout. But us having a solar installed in our house is just so much easier and convenient. We could have an aircon unlimited all day if we want, or all night if we want. And by the way, our solar in our house consists with 16 panels. 6 batteries, right?
And
6
one
batteries.
and one inverter.
And it costs
About 1.2.
the company that installed our solar is from Davao.
Equinox Energy.
So anyway, having a solar installed in your house is really worth it, I would say.
I agree.
Having a zero billing is a relief for us because before our with having no a solar, our bill was like
The highest one was 10. It was more around 9 to 10. But
Oh,
still,
okay, yes,
10,000 pesos a month to
Compared
zero
to
pesos
zero.
a month
yeah.
is quite a.
It's really helpful having a solar installed at your house here in the Philippines, especially when you have a big house, you have a lot of appliances.
We like the solar system here so well, we went ahead and Bukid, we installed a solar system, a different company, but we installed a solar system there for our poultry barn, another project that we're working on for profit. Anyway, we also the poultry barn itself is self-sustained. Plus, we built a farmhouse for caretakers, and that house is also self-contained within the solar system. In fact, we could probably add about 3 or 4 more houses to that system to be able to keep it power free. It's off grid. There is no Sorsico out there at the farm. They say it's going to be out there at some point, but it's not there yet. We have other aspirations within the farm to add. Pearl and I were talking about it. We won't need to discuss that, but we have the capacity to be able to supply power to whatever we need.
Yeah. So the thing I like about the solar system in our house is that when it's rainy days and we don't have a battery, a lot of power in our batteries, so obviously there's no solar there that we can use solar power, then it with the net metering it automatically goes back to Sorsico.
Yep. So if we have a month that
Roll back.
is right now for the year 2025, we have 12,000 pesos worth of credit. So if we have a bad month because it just rains 4 or 5 days in a row, and we end up our batteries are depleted, and so the panels can't keep up with what our demand is, we get power from Sorsico. So we may have a month where we're on the negative side of the net metering, and so what we have is that basically a 12,000 peso credit, so we can draw from that. So even though we may have a month that we would have had to pay, we are not going to, because we have a credit right now of 12,000.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah. So, another thing also is when there's a brownout, we're the only one that have the.
We're the beacon in the neighborhood.
Yeah,
We look outside.
everybody
Oh,
else.
Sitar, there's a brownout. How do you know? Because it's black out there. The only ones we have, Dr. Tan right across the street from us. They have some solar lights, so their outside is lit up, but no inside lights are on or anything for anybody. From what I've heard from Sorsico, right now we are the only. We may not be the only ones that have solar paneling, but we are the only ones that are net metering solar system.
When we first applied the net metering system with our solar, we are the only one.
Mm-mm.
But I don't know now, 16 months later, maybe
there's some others.
yeah, there's more people doing it now. Thinking that how convenient it is and how cost-wise very effective,
Yep.
cost-effective.
So if we have any subscribers that are here in the Bislig Managua area that have solar, Go net metering, or anybody here in the Philippines that are subscribers.
Yes.
Go solar, go net metering. You'll have to discuss with your power company that supplies you power and let them know that you're going to, because there's some type of forms and everything that need to be filled out.
Yeah, it
about-
needs to be approved by the energy department and the vow and things like that. Another thing though is that when we did our solar install in our house, it took us 1 year before we let the city power know that we have solar, and we found out that it's not supposed to be like that. It's against the law. When we have solar, we should have informed them that we have a solar system in our house.
And well,
It's for safety issue.
yeah, it wasn't really, I wouldn't say our fault, because we talked with the company that installed here, and they said that they talked with Sorsico and they didn't know anything about it. So I don't
Yeah.
know, whoever they talked to wasn't the person they needed to talk to.
So anyway, when we coordinate with Sorsico about our solar, and they recommend us to apply for a net metering system, it's a contract between us and them that we can work together in that way that we will have zero billing in our account, but at the same time we're passing on energy towards to their system.
Right.
So
And we had to install at the bottom of the net metering, there is a breaker, so that if there's a system where they need to work on it and they know we have power that's going out, they can come in and they can shut that breaker off. They have access to it. They have their own little lock, those little compressed lock tabs that you put on them. They have one there, so they have the access to unlock or lock that box.
So yeah, that is an advantage, a lot of advantage of having solar in the Philippines installed in your house. Also, with net metering, it helps a lot. Zero billing is really really good deal for anybody. So until then,
Until next time, from here in the Philippines, Bislig City, Cape Villa, salamat, God bless.